Happy Saturday morning, everybody. Hayden Balgavy alongside Trey Reid with Arkansas Game and Fish. Happy November, sir.
Man, it's November.
Isn't it? And it's crazy to think about. We're already here, too. So I want to jump right into it. Hey, big day for the kids. Really excited for this.
Got the youth-only modern gun deer hunt going on this morning and tomorrow. It's a two-day hunt. For many years we give kids the first chance. They can take a buck of choice.
As they should. This is really cool.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, and I know a lot of folks are out there right now, but if you're not, you're going out later today, the kids are sleeping in or going out tomorrow. What I always tell people about this, beyond the rules and regulations, is make it about the kids.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah.
If they get cold, get down off the stand, go back to camp. Get around the fire. Let them play on their phone while you're sitting in the deer stand. Like, don't make it an experience not to remember.
Sure. And then they never want to go back.
And then they never want to go back.
Future,
exactly.
Sure.
But it's an exciting day, and you only get one chance at your first deer. And I know there's a lot of young people out there across the state right now that are maybe either got their first deer or about to or will this weekend. So it's a lot of fun and exciting time.
So cool. One of my favorite weekends in Arkansas, and so exciting. Now, having said that, you don't have kids, and obviously you're a big hunter. Next week, it's your time, baby.
It is the big one. It's the Super Bowl. It's the Alabama, the Texas game, whatever, for the Razorbacks, all rolled into one. It's probably the biggest day of the year for hunters in Arkansas.
I didn't want to spoil this. I was reading a little about it. You're thinking 300,000 plus hunters here in the state.
I mean, that's our estimate, Hayden. We sell about around 300,000 hunting licenses, and even with the most basic $10.50 license, that entitles you to take one deer.
Sure.
So it's an estimate, but we think it's a pretty solid estimate because. And pretty much everybody hunts deer.
Absolutely.
I mean, a lot of deer hunters out there. Probably the most popular hunting activity in the state. So, we're the duck capital of the world, but there's still a lot more deer hunters in Arkansas than there are duck hunters. So, opens up November 9th statewide.
Crazy.
And,
it's 1 week out.
I know. I can't believe we're here already. Yeah. But it is a few minor changes to regulations. The big thing, we talked about this last week with the kids. Make sure that your deer tags are loaded onto your license in the app, and get that stuff taken care of this week. Don't wait until you're out there in the field. You shoot a deer and my deer tags aren't showing up or whatever. So get all that taken care of ahead of time. Save yourself some headaches out in the field.
Well, let me tell you this. I don't know if this is a sign for all you hunters out there. I was coming to work this week, driving down Cantrell at about 3:20 in the morning, and I saw one of the biggest bucks I have seen in years right there coming down the hill on Cantrell. I don't know if that's a sign for y'all, but I think they're going to be out, and the weather's turning. Also, as we go through, there's some fast food restaurants on Cantrell, too. Hey, you go to Hardies, you show them your license. Good news for you.
Yeah, man. It's probably like 6 or 7 years we've been doing
Pretty
this.
Cool.
Now it is really cool. The folks that own several Hardees, most of the Hardees restaurants in Arkansas, have worked with us, and it's really just a kind of their way of saying thank you to hunters for supporting conservation. Of course, Arkansas Game and Fish is very enthusiastic and supportive of what Hardees is doing. But on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, November 6th, normal breakfast hours, which I guess is like 10 o'clock or before, whatever they are, you can go to any Hardees in Arkansas, show them your hunting license, and they'll give you a free sausage biscuit.
How cool is that?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I love that.
So, I mean, we get to celebrate the kids deer hunting today and tomorrow. Next week is the big, modern gun opener for everybody, but sandwiched in between there, no pun intended. I really didn't mean to do that.
No, it was good.
I really didn't mean to do that.
It's in TV.
But a biscuit sandwich on a sausage biscuit sandwich for anybody that shows a hunting license.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Going to be a lot of biscuits out there on Wednesday. Before we let you go, Trey, so it's obviously been a really dry October. We've talked about it. There's been a wildfire danger out there, plenty of burn bans too, but Arkansas Game and Fish doing something really cool. So if you're going to do some prescribed burn, say wherever, really cool coordinated effort where you are helping folks out.
Absolutely. prescribed fire is one of the most effective wildlife management habitat tools that we have in our toolbox. It's relatively efficient and inexpensive compared to some other things you can do. The problem is it is a little labor intensive. You need some people to do it safely. There's some specialized equipment, not really expensive equipment, but if you're only doing this every 3 or 4 years, which is kind of the cycle we do prescribed burns on properties, we've got a thing called the Prescribed Burn Association.
Okay.
And there's been some smaller versions of this, but just earlier, well, I say last month in October, the Arkansas Prescribed Burn Association had its first meeting, and some of these other burn associations are sort of under this umbrella group. But basically, you can join up, and if you're going to say burn 200 acres of wildlife habitat you've got, it's almost like a co-op, okay?
Sure.
And like people can come over and help you. There's equipment that you can get on loan to take care of this. And then when they do their burn, you go help them. So it's like everybody pitching in, a collective effort to make the overall effort a little bit easier. But fire is so important. It was suppressed on the landscape. Smokey the Bear campaign, one of the greatest, most effective marketing campaigns of all time. Great for stopping catastrophic wildfires, but it also, we've got a lot of habitats in the Ozarks and Ouachitas in particular where we've got really dense forests that are not producing a lot of things on the ground. You think about a deer, they can't eat anything that's over about, this high off the ground. So everything they're eating's down here. So we want to kind of open up that forest, get some of that understory removed, that leaf litter, let some of that natural vegetation grow up. Really great for wildlife. And speaking to that burn ban, and we've had a little relief the last couple of days.
A little bit, for sure.
But it will reduce the likelihood of these catastrophic wildfires because it removes that fuel, those down trees and bushes and things like that leaf litter that can really fuel a fire that we don't want to have.
Not at all. Absolutely.
Exactly. So lots of positives, lots of benefits. Number one, it is a great way to restore wildlife habitat.
Well, hey, in the spirit of Halloween just passing, who are you going to call? Arkansas Game and Fish. Let them help you out a little bit. Trey, really good information. Big for the kids this weekend. Everybody's out next weekend. Free biscuits galore. And again, that prescribed burn, really important.
Absolutely. arfire.org is the direct link to that Arkansas Prescribed Burn Association. But as always, agfc.com. We got all the information and links there as well.
Love to hear at thv11.com as well. We're in the thick of it. Here we are.
Man, we are, buddy.
Hey, happy November. Good to see you.
Same to you, Hayden.
Absolutely. Y'all, we'll be back next Saturday. A lot of great information. Again, thv11.com. We'll see you next week.